is up? It is Ray with Ray Talks Movies, and Obsession is exactly what we needed, in my opinion. So, for those who haven't seen it yet, I'm going to get into spoiler territory a little bit with this movie. I'm not going to do a full breakdown, but go see Obsession in theaters. It is very much worth it. It is a great movie. It is worth the ticket price. Support the theaters. But man, it's exactly what I've been wanting from movies. Now, I'm not saying like this movie was like the perfect movie or the best movie I've ever seen, but it is a low budget horror movie, which is already up my alley. I'm a big fan of lower budget movies in general. Like, they're not like my favorite things in the world, but I tend to find that you find more creativity in lower budget projects, the good ones anyway, because they can't pay for those state of the art special effects or anything. They have to get creative, and they usually have to have really tight scripts. Again, the good ones, there's a lot of bad ones, but I think this movie just hits all of the right points that I wanted it to the point where people are rage debating online about it, which, I mean, we'll get into that in a second. But I think Obsession was great. First of all, let me just say, I was not someone who knew that this movie was coming out, right? Like, I know this was shown at film festivals and critics were raving about it. I didn't know about all that till after I saw the movie. I was actually just sitting at home one day right after work, and my girlfriend was like, hey, if you have the evening off, you want to go see Obsession? And I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's go see Obsession. I'm always down to see a movie, right? And then I got there, and within the first 20 minutes, I was like, "Oh, this is good. This is really good." And then by the end of the movie, I was so pleasantly surprised. Again, not like a 5 out of 5 film, but it's exactly what I wanted, right? It's a script that has familiar elements, but it's very unique in the way that it treats its characters and the way that it approaches the story. I think the actors and the actresses all around in this movie are fantastic. They're all great performances. I think there's two Oscar-worthy performances in this movie, and they're from both the leads. But man, the direction, some of the shots, I was such a huge fan of. And again, only going to get into light spoilers. I'm not going to spoil the entire thing, but man, I mean, the whole concept of the One Wish Willow and how, it's really just about Bear being a coward and not being able to face his fears. And because of it, he takes someone's choice away, even if it is incidental. And then every single instance that this guy has to maybe try to help, even though, like, yeah, he probably couldn't change anything unless he, does what he does at the end of the movie. But he didn't even attempt to for a while, right? Like, it was just every opportunity he got, he shrunk in the moment, foreshadowed near the start of the movie when he's too afraid to ask Nikki out and tell her that he likes her. So, man, I just thought the writing was fantastic. I thought the characters were great. I thought the horror scenes, it's not one of those movies where the horror is like in your face, all this crazy blood, even though there are a couple scenes in particular that get pretty bloody. It's more so horror in the writing and the atmosphere and just giving you this sense of dread where you know something isn't right, no matter how good things may seem from the outside looking in, right? It's great, man. I really can't rave about Obsession enough. This movie cost $750,000 to make. It's beating out Mandalorian and Grogu ever since its first weekend. Like, Obsession's one of those rare instances where the film is actually, I think for 3 weeks straight, it was gaining money. Like, it was making more each weekend. And now it just experienced its first loss, and I think it was only 14%. Like, this movie's gonna make over $200 million, maybe even $300 million, and I'm so happy for it because I think movies like this deserve all the talks and deserve all the discussions and the debates, right? Now let's talk about that for a second because for those who don't know, I'm on Twitter probably more than I should be. I like talking with people sometimes. I like getting into fun sports convos usually, but I also like getting into movie conversations. But the discussion around Obsession has been insane. It's either people posting the most galactic, obvious takes about the movie, thinking that they're 200 IQ like plays, or it's people that are shaming people for not feeling the same way they do about the movie. Now, obviously, that's like probably, I said everyone, but that's like probably, I would say, 20% of the people talking about it online. Maybe 30, Twitter get pretty toxic. But the majority of people, us normal people, saw it and were like, man, let's just have some fun debates and discussions about this movie. And they can have these discussions without going at each other's throat, because there's obviously people that are like, well, Bear is also a victim in this situation. And there's some people like, no, Bear's not a victim in this situation. Or some people say, even before Bear made the wish, he was the villain and stuff like that. There's a lot of interesting topics. Could they reverse the One Wish Willow with another person's wish? All these fun, interesting topics that are worth discussing, and people are just raging at each other. Like, they're just throwing these terrible shots, and it quickly devolves into people just cussing each other out and being rude for no reason. It's like, dude, why? We have a great movie, a great cast, a great director, a great script. Like, we have all these great things to talk about and all these great discussions to be had, and everyone just wants to attack each other. Like, I don't get it. Like, movies like these come around, once every now and then, right? Like, sure, occasionally we'll get those big budget movies that exceed our expectations, right? Like Alien Romulus is one for me, which I went in having kind of mid expectations, and the movie was amazing. Big budget, gave me everything I wanted from it, good writing, all that kind of stuff. But Obsession, a low budget, less than $1 million movie, coming out competing with The Mandalorian and Grogu, and to a lesser extent, Masters of the Universe just came out and that flopped. But even competing with Backrooms for a minute, like, this movie was less than $1 million and it's topping the charts. It's all anyone can talk about. It's putting Hollywood on notice. Like, we should be having so many fun discussions without attacking each other. Like, this is good for movies. This is really good for movies. So I don't know. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I'm not going to drag this out. We are back. I don't know how often I'm going to make videos, but I like doing, these the short type posts where I talk about movies, and then every now and then when I want to discuss a movie at a little bit of a greater length, I'll do a video for it. But for those who haven't, please go see Obsession. If you watch this far and watch the spoilers, sorry, I try to warn you, but like, go see the movie. It's great. It's a great movie. It's well worth the price of admission, and I'm pretty sure it's still in theaters. It was still hanging on. For those who don't know, I'm a manager at a theater. I'm an assistant manager. It's still playing in our theater, and it's still competing very well with everything else. So I definitely recommend seeing it. You definitely should. And just, man, that movie, sensational. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.